Hey everyone, welcome to today's video where I found this website called Carbonable.io, and there's a section, as you can see here, after the hero section where there's text and it's in this gray color, and as you scroll there's another text with the gray color, and you can see like these two dots right here, because when you keep on scrolling they basically get scratched, right? and and then the last text, which is white. So I really like this concept, and I'm going to build this today for today's YouTube video. And we're going to have a very similar concept to this, but the text is going to be a little bit different in terms of structure and context. So it won't be so long, but I was thinking of making it something like this. So I found this from Ethan Driscoll, sorry. And he has his text going like this, from 0 to launched in just a few weeks. So they has like some spacing going around. So I want to do something in this type of style, but with this type of animation in Framer, kind of combining the two worlds here. So if that's something interesting for you, let's go ahead and get started with this. So I've opened this new Framer file, and what I want to do is I want to open different viewports. So desktop, tablet, and phone. And before I, get started with building something, what I want to do is I want to go to Chrome, and I want to take a screenshot of this section. So I'm going to take a screenshot of the whole section here, take it to Framer, paste it here on the side, make it a bit smaller, and then go back to Chrome and go to this tweet, right? And we can just pick one of these. I'm going to pick this one because it has like these stars. I think that's nice. So let's just copy this image and paste it into Framer. And let's just make sure that it's pasted underneath this other image, right? So we just have them here as a type of inspiration between the two. I think it's also cool to have like some image in the middle, but we don't really need that. We just need the text, right? And this particular spacing between the text. So now that we have that, let's go ahead and get started. I want to make this background maybe a blue or black color, not so black, but maybe a little bit like this, 0F, perfect. And let's start with the text. So it says from 0 to launch in just a few weeks. I want to do something similar, but more for Framer design. So Framer sites, or stunning Framer sites for your business in just a few. So we're going to put months, weeks, and then in just a few. Let's remove months. Let's put a few weeks, days, and just a few hours. Let's just put it like that. So that we can, have some type of text, right? So now we can divide this text. So we're going to have, let's just create like 4 lines, right? The first line is going to say stunning Framer sites. The second line is going to say for your business. The third line is going to say in just a few weeks, and then that's where the first cross is going to come, like the first interaction. So let's remove this. And then the last one is going to say days, hours. Boom, boom. Right, perfect. So now we have to kind of think. So it's going to look somehow like this, just a few weeks. We want it to maybe be a little bit more, have something like this. right? And it's going to be something in these realms. So we're going to see how we're going to actually build this, because this looks quite complicated, but it doesn't have to be complicated. So all we need to do is we have to add some type of spacing here. And this spacing has to kind of fill the rest of the space. So let's say that it's going to start from here, from the S. There's going to be a little space here. And this is going to fill this way. And we might need to add a space here. Maybe not. But basically this would be it. Maybe we don't need to add the spacing on the right side. Just on the left. So what this is that each one is going to be their own stack. So I'm just going to create stacks here. So add stack, add stack. I'm going to add a stack to this one as well. And then all of these stacks are going to be in one stack. And they're going to be aligned this way. And then we can start thinking, this is going to be set to fill. Actually, all of these substacks would have to be set to fill. So let's just do that. So they're all like filled up. This would be set to fill as well. This will be set to fill. And this as well. Make sure everything is like that. And let's start putting this in the frame. So I'm going to put this down here. And let's make sure that this is set to fit content. And so we got our different stacks. And this is going to be like the text group. And this is going to be 1, 2, 3, and 4. And each one of these, we want them to be set to start. And we would want this to be in its own stack again. That kind of wraps perfect, that does like the padding, right? So we want like 120 padding at the top and bottom, left and right maybe about 60. And then this would be set to fill. And let's make sure that these texts are larger, maybe something like 48. So the height would be fit the content. This text group would be fit content. So this is what, 48? That's fine. This is going to be 48 as well. Fit content, let's make sure that these are set to fit content. And the height. And then let's adjust the font here again to 48. All right. And we got these. Let's just set the height to fill. And okay. And we can again adjust this padding to be a little bit more. Maybe we end up doing 120 everywhere. All right. And it's starting to look like this. So for each one, we're going to have some type of, this is going to be its own component, this text, and this one as well, because weeks and days are going to be crossed out, right? So let me just think here how we continue. Let's just continue by just editing these fonts. Let's put like semi-bold. And let's make this like a gray font. All right. And I want to change the font to like SF Pro Display. And I want to make this have a max width. So let's set this to fixed. And 500, 250. Let's do the same here. Max width be 100. Out. Yeah. And then this one can be max width 700 or 600, maybe less. And let's make sure that this is centered. Let's see how that looks like. Just center everything. Let's do the same here for these two. Center. Okay, now it's starting to look a bit better. Stunning framer sites. For your business. This can be a little bit less. And we can maybe remove it and put this in the center. That looks nice. And we can probably, duplicate this, remove the text, and this can be a type of spacer. Actually, no, let's just keep it like that. I want to make it large. We have to obviously make this even larger, I would say. So something like 64. So stunning framer pages, let's just put like that. Or sites. Stunning framer sites for your business in just a few weeks. So we just have to, adjust this a bit. So max width. Let's put this to fill. And let's put this on the other side. Yeah, let's remove this frame. Stunning framer sites for your business in just a few weeks. In just a few weeks, days, hours. Let's try something like this. This looks interesting. All right, so stunning framer sites for your business. And now what we got to do is we got to create these different components. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to add a stack to this and create a component, and it's going to be called like crossout. and we're going to add some type of frame. This frame should have some radius so that it's circular. Let's put it in here. And let's make it absolute. Let's put this down here, put this over here to the left, and let's put it right over here. So we got weeks, so this is going to be none, or let's put 0, and then we got variant 2, which this is going to basically move like this. And let's actually move this a bit downwards and make this a little bit thinner. Right, so that's going to be the first one. And in order to, do that correctly, we're going to have to add this in here and delete this word in a few weeks. And we're going to have to add some type of trigger, right? Some, like, when is this going to react? When is this going to change to the second variant, right? So yeah, let's just think about that. And then for this other word, for days, right? I'm thinking of using the same component, right? So we can go here and we can give this text a variable of plain text, which is going to be the word. And then for this, we can leave this at relative. We can even put this 0% so that it's invisible. And here it can be relative 100%. And so now you can't even see it, right? I think that's even better than having it like a little bit there. So let's just duplicate this and let's put this here in between these, and let's delete days, and let's put like this. So, and let's make these a little bit more invisible. They don't have to be 100% invisible now, but I'm just going to leave them like this for now. Perfect. So now we can kind of see the dynamic text here. So weeks, no, we want to put days away. And I want to see how this looks like variant 2. Okay. So basically what it does is this needs to be not fixed, it needs to be fit to content. So let's just, this needs to be fit to content as well. Perfect. So this is looking good. Let's maybe adjust this gap to be a little bit more, so there's more spacing here. And now let's try to animate this. I mean, we have our text already, stunning framer sites for your business in just a few weeks, days, hours. So I'm thinking that this is going to be like some type of scroll variant effect, meaning that this whole text here is going to be its own component with different variants based on the different stages, right? And we're going to have this stuck, like sticky on the top. This component is going to be sticky on the top. And then there's going to be different scroll sections. So this whole stack is going to be, set to fixed and pretty long. And this would probably be on the top, something like this. And then we're going to have different scroll sections here, right? Boom, 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 boom. So let's do that. Let's set this first as a component. So I'm going to select this whole text group and I'm going to create a component out of this. This is going to be the text group component. So, and now we got all of our different stages, right? So that's good. So we're going to create different variants. So let's put 1. 2 is going to be with the 2 lines, with stunning framer sites for your business. 3 is going to be until in just a few weeks. So like that. And then 4 is going to be the days, and then 5 will be with the hours, right? And what we might want to do is that when this kind of, we can set an interaction like when this appears in maybe 1 second, it turns to variant 2, or we can put it like 1 instead of variant 2. So when this appears, we set it to variant 1, and it's like a cycle. So let's just see how that would look like. Okay, we don't want it to be a cycle, because then it repeats itself. So let's just remove that cycle, and let's put once. And then let's start editing this. So we want these to be empty, like visible none. And then in 2, we want them to be, this one to be visible yes. And then for 3, we want 2 and 3 to be visible yes. So where is that? Oh, here. In just a few weeks. So I'm going to press boom, perfect. And then for 4, we want everything to be visible except for the hours. So that's going to be set to visible no, or not visible no, opacity no. And then we set this all to visible yes. So yes. And this would be opacity 100. So yeah, these are the different steps here, right? So also what I've noticed, we can obviously take this away, this color. So these are just empty frames. And we can go ahead and try to add these different scroll sections, right? So let's say that this is going to be set to a fixed height of about 1600 pixels. This text group is going to stay sticky to the top of about 120 pixels from the top. Okay, it's not working because this needs to be set to overflow visible, and this as well. But now it should be working. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set these different scroll sections. And I'm going to make this 2000. Just to add a little bit more space. So use the frame tool. Let's put this over here. Let's put this outside of the stack. Or actually, no, it has to be inside of the stack. But we're going to make these, we're going to make this absolute. And relative 100%. Let's make it very, height. So, okay. So we can start editing these different things. So this has how many variants? 5. So we need 5 lines. Or actually we need 4 lines. So this is going to be variant 2, 3, 4, and the 5th one, 5. And so this is going to be a scroll section. We're going to call this 2, scroll section 3, scroll section 4, and scroll section 5. Okay. And now what we want to do is that we want to add this effect, right? The scroll transform or scroll variant effect, sorry. So when a section is in view, and this section should be like down here or up here. Let's just see how this goes. Section 2 to set variant 2. Okay, so it starts doing it. And then this is going to be the third one. Okay, so we can see how we do this. At section 3 to 3, 4 to 4, and 5 to 5. And let's test this out. So we got 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5 has to be a little bit higher, this whole thing, but let's make it like 400. Let's make these go a little bit closer to each other. I would say maybe we can make it like this. So that's good. And let's see. Nice. And that's basically it. I mean, that's kind of like the whole process of doing this. And then if you want, you can just get this and remove the fill, so it's practically invisible. And then that's how you would do it. And then you can obviously, add some type of nice background animation, like a pattern or something, or some type of, effect. But this in the basics is how you do it, with these different scroll sections and with these different scroll variants, with these different components, sorry. And yeah, it looks good. It's looking really cool. So yeah, if you guys have any other questions on how to do this, this was a quick tutorial for today, but really, really good knowledge. You can obviously make this delay a little bit shorter, not so long, right? It doesn't have to be 1 second long. I think ours is 1 second. We can go here and make this a little bit less, like half a second. So yeah. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any more requests on other types of tutorials to make, please let me know in the comments below. I'd be more than happy to check them out and see what we can do. And other than that, hope you guys have a wonderful day. By the way, I have this, I have this remix link, I have all of them in the description below. So if you want to use it for your product, you can do that, obviously. So yeah, hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.